In the early 1930s, Universal Pictures began planning a horror film inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's short story The Black Cat. The studio aimed to cast two leading actors who could bring intensity and allure to the screen. After much discussion, they decided on Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff. Lugosi, already a household name due to his chilling portrayal of Dracula, was a natural choice for the role of Hjalmar Poelzig. His European charm and commanding presence made him perfect for this enigmatic character. Meanwhile, Karloff had recently gained fame for his performance in Frankenstein, making him an ideal candidate to play the mysterious stranger named Mr. Smith. Interestingly, both actors were initially hesitant to work together again after their strained relationship during the filming of The Mummy. However, producer Carl Lammle intervened, assuring them that their talents would create a truly memorable experience for audiences. This reassurance eased the tension between the two stars, allowing them to focus on delivering powerful performances. As production progressed, it became clear that Lugosi and Karloff shared incredible on-screen chemistry. Their contrasting styles, Lugosi's elegant menace against Karloff's quiet intensity, created a captivating dynamic that elevated the material beyond its pulpy origins. One pivotal moment occurred when director Edward Sedgwick staged a confrontation scene between Poelzig and Mr. Smith. As they faced off in Poelzig's bizarre Art Deco mansion, sparks flew. The palpable animosity between the characters electrified the set, leaving everyone present convinced that they had witnessed something special. Despite some challenges throughout production, including numerous rewrites and reshoots, the finished product delighted fans upon its release. To this day, The Black Cat remains a testament to the magnetic power of cinema's earliest superstars, proving that sometimes the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. The Black Cat, directed by Edgar G. Ulmer, brings together two masters of horror, Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff, in a chilling tale of suspense. Ulmer's approach was heavily influenced by German Expressionism, evident in the film's striking set design and cinematography. He aimed to create a dreamlike atmosphere where reality blends with nightmare. Ulmer worked closely with his production designer, John Meehan, to craft intricate sets inspired by Bauhaus designs and architectural forms. This created a unique visual language for the film, one that reflected its themes of modernity and madness. Collaboration with the cast was equally crucial for Ulmer. Known for being meticulous during rehearsals, he encouraged both Lugosi and Karloff to bring depth to their roles beyond traditional villainous stereotypes. Their intense rivalry turned alliance unfolds throughout the movie, building tension right up until the climactic scene. Cinematographer John Alton played a significant part in realizing Ulmer's vision. His use of light and shadow adds layers of meaning, often transforming ordinary spaces into sinister landscapes. Notably, the infamous torture chamber sequence remains etched in viewers' minds due to its masterful execution. Despite facing numerous challenges, including budget constraints and studio interference, Ulmer managed to maintain artistic control over his project. As a result, The Black Cat stands out as a distinctive piece of early Hollywood horror, a testament to Ulmer's unwavering commitment to his creative vision. The Black Cat is a 1934 horror film featuring both Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff. This classic tells the story of two men haunted by their past experiences during World War I. One man, played by Lugosi, seeks revenge against his former comrade, portrayed by Karloff. With its eerie soundtrack, dark sets, and intense performances, this movie kept audiences on edge. Throughout the production process, various amusing, surprising, and unfortunate events occurred. For instance, did you know that despite sharing top billing, neither actor had a scene together until halfway through filming? Or how about the fact that several takes were ruined because Karloff couldn't help but laugh while delivering his lines? And it might surprise you to learn that some crew members believed the set was genuinely cursed. Now, out of all these fascinating behind-the-scenes stories, my favorite has to do with the filming location, a mansion designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. During breaks between shooting scenes, cast members loved exploring the unique architecture, often discovering hidden rooms and passageways. What a memorable experience that must have been. Do you have a treasured memory or personal encounter linked to the Black Cat? We'd absolutely love to hear your stories and recollections in the comments section below. Share them with us, and let's reminisce together about this iconic piece of cinema history. The Black Cat was filmed primarily in Hollywood, with its eerie sets designed by the skilled art directors Stephen Goosen and Charles D. Hall. The crew transformed ordinary sound stages into chilling locales, such as a spooky mansion and a crypt filled with cobwebs. To create the impression of one continuous take in the mansion scene, they used an early form of special effects, rear projection. This technique involved projecting pre-filmed footage onto a screen position behind the actors, making it seem like they were moving through different rooms when they were actually standing still. One unforgettable challenge faced during production came when star Boris Karloff fell ill midway through shooting. Desperate to keep the schedule on track, director Hjalmar brought in another actor, Bela Lugosi, who miraculously learned his lines and matched Karloff's performance style just in time for filming resumed. Another notable aspect of The Black Cat lies in its unique visual language. Cinematographer John J. Mescal brilliantly experimented with German expressionism, creating striking images that added immeasurably to the film's unsettling atmosphere. For instance, he often used low angles and distorted perspectives to make characters appear monstrous or threatening. Additionally, mesmerizing shadow play became a staple throughout the picture, heightening the sense of dread and mystery. Despite these hurdles and inventive methods, the cast and crew managed to complete The Black Cat under budget and ahead of schedule. Its release marked a pivotal moment in horror cinema history, solidifying both Karloff and Lugosi as true masters of the genre. The Black Cat, released in 1934, is a horror film directed by Hjalmar and starring Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi. This classic tells the story of a mysterious stranger named Hjalmar Poelzig, played by Karloff, who invites a young couple to his modernist home amidst the Austrian Alps. Unbeknownst to them, the house holds dark secrets and a sinister past. Poelzig, revealed to be a Satanist and a war criminal, has been keeping Bela Lugosi's character, Werdegast, captive for years. Werdegast seeks revenge on Poelzig after he took everything away from him during the war. As the two enemies face off, the young couple becomes trapped in their deadly game of vengeance. The set design of the movie stands out due to its unique architecture, inspired by German expressionism and Bauhaus styles. The ominous atmosphere created by the sleek lines, sharp angles, and geometric shapes adds to the chilling tension between the characters. Moreover, the eerie lighting enhances the unsettling ambience throughout the film. The Black Cat features some notable firsts in cinema history. For instance, it was one of Universal Pictures' earliest horror films to combine elements of supernatural horror with psychological thriller aspects. Additionally, the score composed by Karl Freund incorporates dissonant sounds and experimental techniques, further heightening the sense of unease experienced by viewers. Director Hjalmar expertly crafted scenes that elicit fear and suspense through visual cues rather than depending solely on dialogue. One scene, where Poelzig reveals his true intentions beneath a glass floor, while the unsuspecting victims dance above, demonstrates how effectively the movie uses imagery to build tension. Despite being over 8 decades old, The Black Cat remains relevant today because of its innovative approach to horror storytelling. Its themes continue to resonate with contemporary audiences, making it worth exploring even now. In the 1934 release, The Black Cat, a hauntingly atmospheric horror film, the musical score plays a pivotal role in creating tension and heightening emotions. Composed by Friedrich Fehr and Hans Salter, both experienced musicians in their own right, they managed to craft a chilling backdrop that would elevate the picture beyond typical standards of its time. Fehr, born on August 9, 1889, was already known for his work in silent films before turning his attention to scoring talkies like The Black Cat. His background in acting undoubtedly contributed to his ability to create music that intimately mirrored the characters' feelings and story arcs. On the other hand, Salter, who immigrated to America from Austria in 1930, brought fresh European influences into American cinema through his innovative scores. One notable aspect of the score for The Black Cat is the absence of traditional melodies during many suspenseful scenes. Instead, dissonance and unresolved harmonies were used to generate unease among viewers. This choice added significantly to the psychological terror portrayed throughout the movie, making it stand out amongst competitors of the era. Moreover, the integration of modernist elements echoed contemporary trends in visual arts and literature, further enhancing the avant-garde nature of the production. For instance, abrupt shifts between quieter moments and sudden loud bursts served to startle audiences, amplifying the impact of dramatic twists. Interestingly, when asked about their approach, neither composer emphasized technical complexities, but rather spoke of intuitive responses to the unfolding drama. They aimed to enhance the narrative flow, while subtly guiding viewer reactions towards desired outcomes, fear, anticipation, shock, relief. As for the soundtrack itself, one iconic piece stands out: Edvard Grieg's In the Hall of the Mountain King. Used effectively in a critical scene involving Hjalmar Poelzig, this classical composition underscores his menacing presence, sending shivers down spines even today. All these factors combined made The Black Cat more than just another horror flick. Its pioneering blend of sight and sound transformed it into a timeless cinematic experience still enjoyed 8 decades later. In the movie The Black Cat, both lead actors had unique experiences regarding their careers and personal memorabilia. Boris Karloff, despite his popularity in horror films, never shared a romantic kiss with a female co-star in any of his movies. This may be partly because of his darker skin tone, which was less common and accepted in leading roles during Old Hollywood. On the other hand, Bela Lugosi's family decided to donate his iconic Dracula cape to the museum for the Academy of Motion Pictures after failing to sell it for over $1 million in 2011. Before becoming a prize exhibit, the cape needed some repairs to fix minor damages to the silk lining. Lastly, the movie faced several censorship issues upon release. Some countries, including Italy, Finland, and Austria, even went as far as banning it altogether, whereas others demanded certain violent scenes be removed before screening the picture for audiences. Considered one of the earliest horror classics, The Black Cat has several memorable scenes that leave a lasting impression on its audience. One such scene occurs when Hjalmar Poelzig reveals his architectural masterpiece, a modernist mansion built over the ruins of his past misdeeds. Director Edgar G. Ulmer uses low-key lighting to cast lengthy shadows across the expansive set, creating an eerie atmosphere. Cinematographer John J. Mescal effectively utilizes wide angles to capture the grandeur of the building, while highlighting its stark, cold surfaces. This visual contrast emphasizes the chilling duality between Poelzig's artistic genius and moral corruption. Karloff delivers a chilling performance during this revelation, his calm demeanor amplifying the unsettling nature of his character's twisted obsession with death. His dialogue, spoken in a hushed tone filled with pride, adds another layer of discomfort as he recounts the sacrifices made to construct this monument to himself. This sequence reportedly had a profound effect on contemporary audiences who found themselves both captivated and disturbed by the unique blend of artistry and macabre themes presented before them. According to Universal Studios publicity material from the time, viewers left screenings feeling deeply moved by what they had witnessed. Another standout moment comes towards the climax when Dr. Werdegast, seeking vengeance against Poelzig, challenges him to a game of chess. As they play, each move punctuated by thunderous organ music, tension builds until it reaches a fever pitch. Here, Ulmer expertly manipulates pacing, drawing out suspense through extended shots intercut with close-ups of the actors' faces contorted in concentration. Lugosi shines here, conveying intense emotion despite minimal dialogue. His expressive eyes speak volumes about his character's inner turmoil and determination. Simultaneously, Karloff maintains an air of confident superiority, lulling viewers into a false sense of security before unleashing his character's true malevolence. Critics hailed this exchange as a brilliant example of less being more, praising both actors' ability to convey complex emotions silently. A reviewer for Variety wrote, "Proves far more effective than if either actor were given pages of dialogue." These two sequences underscore why The Black Cat remains a significant milestone in early horror cinema. Through innovative direction, powerful performances, and striking cinematography, the film continues to resonate with audiences today. In the movie The Black Cat, Boris Karloff's character draws inspiration from Hans Poelzig, an Austrian architect and art director who contributed to the creation of the Golem in 1920. Interestingly, Edgar G. Ulmer, the director of The Black Cat, served as the set designer for the Golem. On the other hand, Bela Lugosi made his debut on the American stage in The Red Poppy, despite being unable to communicate in English. To overcome this challenge, he memorized his lines through rote learning, earning critical acclaim for his performance and landing his first American film role, a sinister part in The Silent Command released in 1923. John Carradine, another actor in this classic, has a biography featured in the Scribner Encyclopedia of American Lives, providing more insights into his life and career. Unfortunately, specific details regarding his involvement in The Black Cat remain undisclosed in the encyclopedia entry. Released in 1934, this classic horror film, The Black Cat, left a significant imprint on its initial audience due to its unique plot and chilling visual effects. the story revolves around two men, one a renowned architect, and the other a mysterious stranger, whose lives become intertwined during a European train journey. Their shared past creates tension, leading to horrific events inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's short story. Audiences were captivated by the haunting atmosphere and groundbreaking special effects, which included shocking moments like a live cat being skinned. Such scenes sparked controversy among moralists who protested against excessive violence depicted in films. However, these elements fueled public interest, making it Universal Pictures' highest-grossing picture of the year. The Black Cat also had an influence on popular culture beyond its box office success. Its innovative set design, characterized by stark modernist architecture contrasted with Gothic elements, became influential in future horror movies. Furthermore, the film marked the first collaboration between legendary actors Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff, paving the way for more collaborative projects, including another iconic horror flick, Son of Frankenstein. Moreover, the movie served as a platform for addressing societal issues prevalent then. For instance, post-World War I trauma is evident through the character Hjalmar Poelzig, portrayed by Karloff, who embodies the disillusionment many Europeans felt after the war. Additionally, fears related to new scientific advancements and their misuse were explored, reflecting concerns arising from rapid technological progress during that era. Despite facing criticism for its graphic content, The Black Cat managed to contribute significantly to both the genre and society, providing ample material for discussion on various socio-cultural themes, while setting trends in cinematic techniques and narratives. In the 1934 film The Black Cat, John Carradine shared the screen with Basil Rathbone in 7 movies, including The Hound of the Baskervilles and Casanova's Big Night. Interestingly, author Tennessee Williams had initially envisioned Carradine playing the role of Big Daddy in his famous play Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, but due to prior engagements, the part went to Burl Ives instead. However, Carradine eventually portrayed Big Daddy in a 1977 Los Angeles production. Andy Devine, another actor who appeared in The Black Cat, is perhaps best remembered for his role as Link Appleyard, the town marshal of Shinbone in the 1962 Western, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, which starred both James Stewart and John Wayne. Upon its release in 1934, this classic horror film, The Black Cat, received mixed reviews from critics. Some praised it for its innovative storyline and groundbreaking special effects, while others criticized it for its disturbing themes and excessive violence. Noted film critic Mordaunt Hall of the New York Times gave the movie a positive review, praising the excellent performances of Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi. He also highlighted the ingenious camera work and gruesome set designs, noting that they added to the overall atmosphere of the film. However, other reviewers were less enthusiastic. The Hollywood Reporter called the movie repellent, stating that it was too gruesome for general audiences. Similarly, Variety described it as a morbid piece of melodrama that would likely appeal only to hardcore horror fans. Despite the mixed critical reception, The Black Cat proved popular with audiences, becoming one of Universal Pictures' highest-grossing films of the year. Its success helped establish Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi as two of the leading actors in the horror genre, paving the way for future collaborations between the pair. Interestingly, The Black Cat did not receive any major award nominations, but it has since gained a cult following among horror fans and scholars alike. Today, it is widely regarded as a seminal work in the horror genre, known for its unsettling imagery and psychological complexity. Overall, the varied responses to The Black Cat demonstrate the divisive nature of early horror cinema, which often pushed boundaries and challenged societal norms. While some viewers may have found the movie distasteful, its impact on the industry and subsequent recognition by fans and scholars suggest that it remains a significant cultural artifact worthy of study and appreciation. The film, The Black Cat, was released in 1934. It was later re-released by Real Art Pictures in the early 1950s under a new title, The Vanishing Body. Bela Lugosi starred as Count Dracula. The British release title was changed from The Black Cat to The House of Doom, because black cats are considered a sign of good luck in Britain. In the early days of shooting this classic, The Black Cat, tension between its two famous stars, Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff, was palpable. Both had recently worked together on another horror project, but were far from being friends offset. Their rivalry often led to heated arguments over minor details in scenes they shared. Director Edgar G. Ulmer cleverly used their animosity to bring depth to their roles as feuding enemies in the film. He even went so far as encouraging separate dressing rooms and minimal interaction outside of filming their scenes together. This created an electric atmosphere that spilled onto the screen, contributing to some of the most intense confrontations ever captured on film during this era. One amusing incident involved actress Jacqueline Wells, who played the role of Joan Alison. She arrived on set one day only to find her costume shredded. Neither Lugosi nor Karloff admitted responsibility for the act, leaving everyone puzzled and laughing about it later. Despite these odd happenings, the production moved forward successfully. Another fascinating aspect of creating this movie was the innovative use of sound. Universal Studios decided to experiment with incorporating more complex audio elements than usual, which resulted in several eerie sounds echoing throughout the picture. These effects included howling winds, creaking doors, and distant screams, all designed to heighten viewer suspense. Moreover, the set itself was a character in the story. Designed by Charles D. Hall, known for his work on Dracula and Frankenstein, the house where much of the action takes place reflected both modernist and Gothic architectural styles. Its sleek lines contrasted sharply with dark corners filled with macabre art pieces, creating a visual dichotomy reflective of the psychological themes explored within the narrative. Behind the scenes, technical innovations also abounded. Cinematographer John J. Mescal pioneered new camera techniques like the fluid shot, allowing smoother transitions between different angles. Combined with expressive lighting schemes, these advancements added layers of meaning to each frame, deepening viewer engagement. Despite the challenges faced during production, including star conflicts and unforeseen delays, The Black Cat emerged as a groundbreaking piece of cinema. With its blend of horror, mystery, and psychological drama, this timeless chiller continues to enthrall audiences today, standing testament to the talent and dedication of those involved in its creation. In 1934, Bela Lugosi declined the initial offer to play the monster in the iconic film, Frankenstein. Contrary to some beliefs, he did not turn down the role in its finished form. The proposed character in the early script appeared as a mere killing machine, devoid of sensitivity or appeal to children. Once renowned director James Whale agreed to rewrite the script, both Lugosi and director Robert Florey had already committed to working on another project, Murders in the Rue Morgue. Interestingly, The Black Cat holds the distinction as the first horror film to introduce Satanism as a religious practice. Within the storyline, Boris Karloff leads his personal satanic worship cult, setting a precedent for future horror movies. Following her work in The Black Cat, actress Lois January pursued other acting opportunities, until eventually assuming the unbilled role of the Emerald City manicurist in the memorable scene of The Wizard of Oz, involving Judy Garland singing over the rainbow. Released in 1934, The Black Cat stands out as one of the earliest collaborations between two horror legends, Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff. This film, directed by Edgar G. Ulmer, brought together these formidable actors in a chilling tale of suspense and terror. Set against the backdrop of Europe, the movie presents a unique blend of modernist architecture and Gothic horror elements, creating a distinctive atmosphere. Its innovative set design and cinematography were considered groundbreaking at the time, inspiring many future filmmakers. This classic has had a profound impact on the genre, particularly in terms of psychological horror. The narrative delves deep into the darker aspects of human psyche, exploring themes like trauma, obsession, and revenge. Such explorations paved the way for more complex narratives within the horror genre. Following its release, several films drew inspiration from The Black Cat. For instance, the 1941 film Cat People, which also features feline imagery and psychological tension, owes much to this earlier work. Similarly, the recurring motifs of mad scientists and haunted houses can trace their origins back to this influential piece. Moreover, the film marked a significant milestone in the careers of both Lugosi and Karloff. Their electric chemistry on-screen helped solidify their status as iconic figures of early Hollywood horror. Consequently, they became synonymous with the genre, setting new standards for acting in horror cinema. In essence, through its pioneering techniques and thought-provoking content, The Black Cat left an indelible mark on film history, shaping the trajectory of horror movies to come. In 1935, the Austrian State Board of Censorship banned The Black Cat due to its content featuring actors in Austrian military uniforms. One of its stars, Harry Cording, gained recognition for his role as Sir Dickon Malbete in The Adventures of Robin Hood. Before achieving fame, courting lived comfortably, contrary to his claims of poverty during this period. On the other hand, Boris Karloff, also in The Black Cat, had a surprising background. He held a real estate broker position before gaining stardom, residing in Hornby Mansions. Despite claiming hardship, Karloff enjoyed affluence and stability in his professional life. These intriguing details add depth to understanding the cast of this classic film. Did The Black Cat leave a lasting impression on you? We'd love to hear your stories. Share your personal experiences and memories related to this classic horror film from 1934. How did it affect you back when you first watched it? How has your perspective changed over time? Whether it gave you nightmares or inspired your love for cinema, we want to know. Perhaps you discovered new acting techniques or were captivated by the set design. Maybe certain scenes still linger in your mind. Tell us all about it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting trips down memory lane as we explore other groundbreaking films together. Let's keep the conversation going. After all, our shared love for movies brings us closer